Hey there. Are you looking to host an online course on your website, but you're not quite sure what provider to use? Do you use Teachable? Do you use Thinkific? Do you use LearnDash or Lifter LMS or any of the options that are out there? Hey, I'm John from Nkamesh.com, and I'd like to help you answer that question by showing you a new opportunity with Thrive built into their Thrive membership. It's currently called Thrive Apprentice. And in this video, I want to walk through a few things with you. I want to walk through some of the potential downsides of using the Teachables of the world and some of the benefits of using a WordPress-based system like a LearnDash, a Lifter LMS, or a Thrive Apprentice. I also want to go through some of the more recent updates that Thrive has pushed out to their Apprentice platform. I'm getting pretty impressed and pretty excited about the Apprentice platform, which is currently in beta. You know, if you were to give it a term, it's in a beta launch right now. You can't buy the plugin itself. It's currently only available if you're a Thrive member of their membership. But from the aggressive updates they're doing to it, especially the one I'll show you in this video, I can see they're getting closer to pushing it towards its own sale. And they're doing some pretty exciting things. I'll give you a little sneak peek of something I found out in the support forums of Thrive at the end of the video. So be sure to stick around to the end. And let's go ahead and dive into it. So again, Teachable is a great platform. It's one that my wife and I use for all of her paid products right now on our other website, which is, generated hundreds of thousands of dollars for us, and we love it. The challenge is it's kind of your one source of truth. Like your entire business is now there. We currently have our payment processing system, our affiliate management system, and a lot of stuff is all baked into that one platform, including our video hosting. So you're kind of at the mercy of that one program if you go the hosted route, the kind of the cloud route. If you instead do something like a LearnDash or a Lifter LMS, while there's still some frustration if there's something you don't like about it, let's say if you currently use WooCommerce to sell your LearnDash courses and you have Affiliate Royale as your affiliate management program, if Affiliate Royale is not doing what you need it to do, you can swap it out in not a heartbeat, but pretty quickly with another program that can do more of what you need. So you have a bit more control over the experience, and you're a little bit less held hostage if the service level is not what you need. So that's one of the benefits of using a self-hosted option. Thrive Apprentice, I would say it's getting there in being able to be a fully vetted out solution for selling online products. It's not quite there yet, but they're making some strides towards it. So consider it. LearnDash and Lifter LMS are great platforms. They're much more matured than Thrive Apprentice is. The challenge is, big universities like University of Florida is one of the users of LearnDash, which means they have a lot of, it's just a big program. It's not really light and airy and easy to use. You can feel it's a little cumbersome. It's just got a lot of stuff in there between the quizzes, the assignments, the user groups. There's a lot that you probably don't need if you're an online entrepreneur and you're trying to sell digital products and sell information that you can give to your readers. Thrive Apprentice, I think, is being tailor-made for exactly that purpose. So they're going to cut out some of the stuff you don't really need and pull in some pretty exciting user interface and user experience things, which we'll talk about right now. Okay, so that's kind of the introduction, the why you should be paying attention to Thrive Apprentice. And if you're considering getting into Thrive, but you haven't made the connection yet, I would urge you to try to go ahead early, because there's two big things coming out, which I think are going to drive the membership price up with Thrive. The Thrive Theme Builder is definitely on the horizon, and when that comes out of beta, I cannot imagine they would keep the membership price the same that it is now. And I think it's $19 a month right now. And then when Thrive Apprentice comes out, if it is what I think it's going to be, then it will also probably be enough to drive the price up even further. So if you like this video, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get more like it. And I'd appreciate it if you click on the link down below, nkamesh.com/Thrive membership, to get into Thrive Apprentice today. Okay, let's go ahead and start off with a brand new website here. We have just a little succulent here on our homepage. Let's get started by installing one plugin, and Thrive has gone the route of kind of one plugin to rule them all, because they're building a lot here. And so what they've done is, instead of having a plugin to download for every single type of tool you own, what they have done is given you one plugin called the Product Manager. And when you install the Product Manager on your website and you activate it, okay, let me update it real quick. I have an older version. What it will do is it will automatically link into your account. When you go to Product Manager here, you log into your Thrive Themes account. It should do it automatically based on my browser. And there we go. And it will know you've purchase, what you own, what you don't own. And so by default, it'll want you to install everything all at once. Obviously, they'd want that, but I don't want that. Let's deselect everything. For this demo, let's just install Thrive Apprentice, Thrive Architect, and one theme, just to make it all look a little bit nicer. And I like the minus theme. Try to be more minimal in life. So we'll install this. It'll toss it into the queue, and I'll speed up the video until we're done here. Alrighty, that took a little minute to do that, but now we can go to our Thrive Themes dashboard. And one thing I don't like, I'll just kind of give a little disclaimer here. I'm not a big fan that now Thrive has 2 buttons on your side menu. It makes no sense that the product manager couldn't just be part of the Thrive dashboard. So that's just a small little quibble. I'm sure they'll fix that over time. And so now we see we have the Apprentice and the Architect turned on. We don't need to activate both of those individually. And let's first just activate our theme, just so we have something that looks kind of nice as we're working. We'll activate the minus theme. We're good to go. So now if we look at our website, okay, so we have our theme here. So let's first go ahead and go into the Thrive Apprentice and start to build out our own little university here together. This will be where you can host free courses that you can use as lead magnets, and you can also link up with a membership plugin, which I'll do in a later video to show you how you can actually protect your content in Thrive Apprentice using MemberPress, Wishlist Member, and a couple others. So from the first get-go, you kind of have a little walkthrough, a little wizard. And the first step is to create the page where all your courses will reside. So I'll go ahead and call this University. So we will have thrivedemo.local/university. And then you have the template, and this is kind of how your entire website is going to look. I would kind of call it like the theme of your apprentice area. So we'll personalize that real quick just to show it to you. And they say, "Hi there, professor. How nice." And basically just a warning that they're going to put some dummy content in here to kind of let you see what your changes are actually doing. And then you can go ahead and play around here, just change the colors a little bit. I actually kind of like that light blue, but we'll change the orange here. You can see that I adjusted my links, my buttons, everything else. So we're good to go. You can see advanced settings where you can adjust even the paragraph font size and the start button text, so get going. Etc., etc. A lot you can do here, not necessary for kind of a minimum viable product. And let's go ahead and close this out. And once you've gone through the initial setup, you're put here on the Apprentice dashboard. And here's where you can do a couple of different things. Obviously, you can add your new course. So let's go ahead and add a course together. And it's one button. Now you have a course. We'll call this Thrive Demo First Apprentice course. Not very original. And what's nice about this is you can see it actually gives you a slug, a URL that you can send people to directly to get to your course. In ClickFunnels and some other tools, they'll just have everything on one URL, and you won't be able to send people to specific lessons. But here you'll see every lesson has its own URL. You can send people all over the place if you want to. And for your cover image down here, you'll see you can upload a cover image. Recommended size is 1170 by 400. This is really nice. They give you a recommended size. So let's just take 1 second together and build ourselves a cover image. And I'll show you how I like to do this. Is in Google Slides, you can just make a blank template here, and we'll just call this Apprentice. And with Google Slides, what's really nice, I don't think many people know this, is you can go to page setup and you can adjust. It's more than just 4:3 and 16 by 9. You can actually say, switch over to pixels and give an exact size of the pixels you need, which I think was 1170 by 400. So 1170 by 400 pixels, okay. And now you got this long, skinny guy here. And let's just design something. I'm going to pull in some icons from another service I like to use called the Noun Project, which actually I need to log into real quick. Okay, so we're all logged in. Let me just go ahead and find a graduation cap. And I like this guy. So this will be our apprentice. Let's just make him black. Put this guy here. Let's just center him and just do a couple lines here real quick. Let's just do a nice little, okay. something here. I'm not really a graphic designer, but we'll put a couple lines here just to make it look like something. And let's take off the outline. So now we just have these little gray bars and an apprentice. Actually, I kind of like this. So we're going to move this over here on the other side. And now you can actually just go to File and download as a PNG. And now you have a cover image for your course. So let's go back to our dashboard here, and on the upload cover image, I'll just drag this guy in and boom. Use that image. And now we have a little course here. The reason why I made it a white, you'll see when you actually add this to a category of courses, it'll put an overlay over it. So that kind of actually helps having a very natural and muted color to make it come out right. Though we'll give a quick description of the course. So this is an initial look at a major Thrive Apprentice update. Stay tuned and subscribe. You can also add a video description if you want to have a like a preview and maybe even a sales letter at some point on there, but we'll skip that for now. Now here's kind of some of the fun parts here, where the advanced settings, you can give this a topic. So right now it just has general. We'll adjust that in a second. Allowing for comments. The author, right now I just made it a dummy author of admin. And then difficulty level, you can add your own levels of difficulty like expert. And we can say this is an expert level course. So now let me show you, I want to make this about, I want to make it an apprentice topic here. So what I'll do is I'll scroll up to the top and I'll see a course topics area. And I can add a new topic called apprentice. I'll also add a topic called architect. And I can change the colors. Let's make architect green and apprentice will be red. And general, we'll just call this leads. You also can add icons here, but unfortunately you actually need to bring some icons in. So let me just quickly go over and do that. Let me make some icons really nice for you and I'll be right back. So for architect, I'll do a builder, which I just pulled in here. Use the icon. For leads, I will use this email. And for apprentice, I will use this teacher in front of the class. Okay, so we got some icons here. And we got our colors. We are good to go. So let's head back to our dashboard here, which either button you want. It looks like it didn't save our course. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we'll call it Apprentice Starter Course. Like and subscribe. Add our cover images. Sorry about that. I guess I should have hit save first. And now, if we go to our advanced options, we'll see this is going to be an apprentice course. We can choose the difficulty level. We'll actually call it easy because, let's be real, this is an easy one. And we'll hit save. So now what we can even do is preview our course already. And you can see here, you've got the apprentice guy here. You've got the fact that it is an easy course. And we'll show you even more cool things in just a second about what the UI you can get here when you have multiple courses. So now you can add new content to the course. But let me first show you one thing here. If you go to edit course details one more time, the option for selling courses and keeping it behind like a paywall or a membership wall is right in here, where you can make this course only available to logged in users. And what you can do, if you had MemberPress installed, which I'll do in a future video, is you could actually protect this behind a certain membership level, and that membership level could be a paid membership level. And so I think that's a pretty cool option here. And you can add in the name for it. So we can say this is a premium course, add the label, which I should have made it a different color, but for only logged in users, you get the idea. You can make that just what you want. For here, we won't protect it down now, but you can actually exclude the first certain number of lessons. So if you want to have the first lesson of every one of your courses could actually be a trailer or kind of like an advertisement for your course, you can do that very easy by saying exclude the first lesson from the protection rules. But then if they try to access lesson number 2, it's going to ask them to log in, register, or contact the administrator of the site. You can also add in, which is really great here, is, if you're not enrolled, go to the sales page, and then you can try to sell them from there to get them enrolled into the course. Very, very cool, very easy. Let's take this off for now and save it. So now we can add some course content in here. So this is one of the big updates here, is before you only had lessons. So you'd have lesson, 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 lesson. Now you can actually have 3 levels, 3 hierarchies of course content, a module, chapter, or lesson. So you can see they kind of explain it to you. Lessons contain your course content. Modules and chapters are used to organize your lessons in a logical structure. So let's do that. Let's add a module. This is module 1, beginning. Going to be a great course, and you can upload another cover image. We'll just stick with the one we have. And then within the module, you can add a chapter. And within that chapter, you can have lessons. And once you're setting up your lessons, you can decide if they're a text, an audio, or a video lesson. We'll make this first one a text lesson. And you'll notice here, I'm updating the description of the lesson. This isn't actually the editor for that lesson. So this is kind of like what you would see on the homepage for lesson 1, but then you can dive in and have full control using Thrive Architect to actually build out the content for that lesson. Hope that makes sense. So let's go ahead and upload our cover image. And just to be different, we'll make this guy our image for this lesson, which was a bad decision because he's filling everything up. So let's go ahead and use our existing banner. Go. There you go. Hit save. So now you can see we're starting to build out a nice little course here. And then you have these nice easy buttons to add another lesson. So we can add lesson 2. You get the idea. And just to be the same, or you know what, let's make this one a video lesson. So if we do a video lesson, it won't ask you for a cover image because it's going to want an actual YouTube or Vimeo or Wistia or custom URL for your lesson. And if you want to figure out how you can host YouTube lessons and still protect it a little bit, I have a video I'll have pop up somewhere over here in the corner of the screen here that shows you a tool that I found that's very affordable that allows you to put some additional content protection over your YouTube video. So be sure to check that one out after you watch this one. So let me find a URL real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'll put one of my recent YouTube videos on here, and then you can, hide related videos. You probably want to do that. Auto hide YouTube logo. I'll keep the player controls there. I'll hide the video title bar, and I'll allow them to do that. I don't like autoplay though. That's not very respectful. Okay, so we have 2 lessons. We can add more here, but let's just go ahead and give an idea of what this is going to look like now. And to do that, just preview the course. And now we have a lesson. All right, hold on a second. I need to publish these first, don't I? Let me select all, and I'll publish. Okay, there we go. Now they're all green. Yay, we're happy. So let's preview this course. And now it looks totally different. So we've got our Apprentice Starter course. We can see we've got modules, chapters, and lessons. It also keeps track of if you viewed or completed a lesson. So let's go ahead and get going by starting the course. So you can see in lesson 1, I didn't add any text to it yet, so we still need to do that. But if I go to lesson 2, it will have my YouTube video right here in the header, and if I click on it, it will start playing. Very, very cool. Let's go ahead and add some content with Thrive Architect into the first lesson here because this is a text lesson. You can see here now that it's on this interface, you can have this Edit with Architect button. And when I click into that, it gives us our Getting More Familiar Thrive Architect layout here with an element, and we can just add in, let me get myself out of the way here, add in some paragraph text. And what's great about this is, this is full control. You got all the control you would have where I can now put in a social icon and share this out. I can link back to this website and get some additional views. Really, really nice that you can do it this way. I'm a big fan of the Architect editor. So that's the idea. Let me put one more thing in here just for good measure. And let's say you even wanted to have you could have a Thrive Ultimatum special or something on the last lesson of the course where you could give them a call to action and give them some time to act on it to get into the next course you want them to offer. So you could add a little call to action here. Color scheme's a little bit funny. And you could add it even in a countdown. I'm not spending a whole lot of time on my formatting here for you guys, but you get the idea, I think. So layout position, I could bring this down a little bit. Looks a little bit better. And set up a 7-day offer to get into your next course for half price or something of that nature. So we'll go ahead and save and exit this one. And let's just review what we have here. Okay. It's all over the place, but you get the idea. You can put anything you want in here for your text lessons. You can add download links to course content, etc., etc. So now, if we preview this one more time, we should be able to see, click into lesson 1. You've got the content here. Now, this would be a nice course, right? Like, this is a pleasant interface to go through. I'm a big fan of Thrive's aesthetics with the work they're doing here with these plugins. So one thing I really like that I want to show you here that I haven't shown you yet is the course picker. So what we'll do is go back to the Apprentice dashboard and add a new course picker's delight. And let's just add some dummy text in here. And well, let me create another image real quick. Alrighty, made a fun little image here of two guys high-fiving. So we have, this is our cover image. And advanced settings, what we're going to do is put this into a different category. We made Apprentice the first category, so we'll make leads for this category, for this course. And difficulty level, let's make it a different level. So this is an advanced course, and we'll save that. Let's add a couple lessons here as well. Just make that one very simple, a text lesson. Add another lesson. We get it, go faster. Okay, so we have a couple lessons here. And let's publish it. And what I just saw here, which is kind of nice, you can actually click these two and then group them into a module or group them into a chapter. That's a really nice touch. These are also draggable. So if you decide to move things around, maybe don't number them like lesson 1, lesson 2, because if you decide that this really should be ahead of something else, it's just as easy as drag and drop to get it where it needs to go. So let's go ahead and select all. We have these published. So let's preview our course now. Looks kind of nice, little high-fiving guys. We get the idea. What I wanted to show you is if you go back to the university itself, I think I need to actually publish the course, don't I? Let me do one thing real quick. We'll publish this course. We'll go back to the Apprentice dashboard, and you can see you're starting to build out your courses, which is nice. We'll publish this course. Now, if I go to the university, the homepage, look at this. Isn't this nice? So now what we've done is we've created a homepage where all of our courses can be. And you know, one thing that kind of drives me crazy is if a blog that I love has a ton of different freebies, they have a cheat sheet here, downloadable PDF there, you have to find the opt-ins for every one of those resources and sign up individually and then find every individual email and get the download, right? Here, you could offer them just one opt-in. You know, you create an account once, and then as new freebies come up, you can quickly get to them. And I think it's a great way to go for building your list. I think it can create some additional retention and get people to come to your site more frequently. So here, if you go to up above here, you have this navigation, like a filter area, where you can see the Apprentice. It has our little icon here. It's really nice looking. You can click on it, and it'll filter down to only the courses that belong to that category. Take that off. Same thing for leads. And you'll also notice just this small little attention to details. The overlay color when you select a filter is actually the overlay color of that category. Just a nice little thing that I think they've done. And so you can see how that works. You don't have to filter down to a single. You can, if you have 10 different categories, which maybe don't have that many, you would be able to see that as well. But what you could do, like going back to what I said before, if you had a bunch of printables that you want to offer as an opt-in and you come out with more printables all the time, you could have a category called printables. And you could then have a course where all your printables lived. And if you wanted to offer them a new one, all you have to do is create one more lesson or even dump it all into one lesson at the top and allow them to download them as they go. Just an idea there of how you can use this tool for good. So then, so we made this course picker's delight. Click into this guy. And you can see now, because this one is a not user accessed course, we can just go in and go for it. So I can get going. But let's just go ahead and test out real quick the user access controls. I want to be able to create an account if I want to use this course. So what we'll do is go back to our dashboard, in our Apprentice dashboard. And let's make the Apprentice starter course, let's make them have to log in and create an account to use it. So what we'll do is edit the course details and scroll down here and make this course available only to logged in users. Okay, so what we want to do is a couple things. We want to make sure they're a subscriber for this one. And if they're not a subscriber, we want to give them the opportunity to register right here and now. So let's go ahead and do that by saying they must be a subscriber. We'll give the entire course access to them. And scroll down and hit save. Okay, so we should be good to go. So what I'm going to do now is I will preview the index. And I'm going to take this URL. And now look at this. This is kind of nice. So now you can see this has been updated as well to have an additional ribbon across the course that says only for logged in users. You could have this say members only or premium course or whatever the case may be to kind of control that as well. So what I'm going to do is take this URL, go to an incognito window, and go back in. So now I'm not logged in here. So let's take a look at the difference between these two courses. If I go to this free one, I can still access it. Everything is still available. Not a whole lot there though. But if I go back to the university and now try to access the logged in course. So, all right, so the course structure only for logged in users. So there's no get going button here yet. So let's see here. It does show the access control. So for example, if I had set the rule where only module 2, let's say, started the access controls, they might be able to go into module 1. So if I click on lesson 1 to get into it, it will tell me, oh shoot, sorry, it's only available for registered users with specific user roles. Log in, register, or contact the administrator of the site for more details. So they can get there. You could also, if you want to send them to like a landing page, you could have a link here to that landing page and they can see what they're going to sign up for as well. But here what we're going to do is register a new account. And this gives you a nice little simple page. You might be able to edit this somewhere. I'm not quite sure where I would edit this. We'll look for that together in a second. But let me just create a simple account. And now, boom, it takes you directly into lesson 1 and it knows that I am logged in. What I'm looking for now is where does it actually show like the log out button, which I don't see anywhere. So we'll take a look at some of those things in just a second. Okay, so before we go any further, just a quick recap here. Thrive Apprentice, it's very easy to make a pretty good looking online course area, a members area on your blog. When you create protected content like an opt-in or a lead magnet, you make it super simple for them to register right there. They're one step away from getting what it is they want, so it should be a good lead gen opportunity. It also gives you the chance to put a lot of content there and allow them to quickly find it and filter it based on whatever category they want to look at. So I'm really impressed with this. A couple of things that I want to share with you that I'm not a huge fan of yet. I've reached out to support and they say they're working on additional integrations. But right now, to protect your content, it's a little bit limited. Right now, they support MemberPress, Wishlist Member, S2 Member, and Member Mouse. Those 4. And those are huge membership plugins out there. But if you notice here, this interface is not very standard. It doesn't look like a WordPress menu, which is beautiful, but it also means that it makes it harder for developers to integrate with these tools. And so it's really on Thrive Themes to create those integrations. So I, for instance, I love WP Fusion. I think they're a great tool for membership protection content and just doing a lot of great things. Not supported here. WooCommerce, if you sell using WooCommerce and you want to have a WooCommerce membership connect here, doesn't connect right now. So that's extremely limited. Again, this is a beta tool, so I'll be patient with them, but that's one where I don't want to add another big plugin like MemberPress just to get this thing working. I wish it would be able to integrate with the tools I'd like to use that are more lightweight, but you know, it is what it is. It's kind of a small quibble there. So what else? Let's do one quick thing. I want to see if we can figure out together how to edit that registration page. We'll go to General Settings. Apprentice Register page is Apprentice Registration page. So let me see here. It might have created a page. Let's go into Pages. It has the university page is there, but I'm not quite sure where the registration page is. Let's go back into our university settings, template settings. Nope. You can see how things look there, and you can adjust your theme, your logo, all that good stuff. So I'm not entirely sure where you would actually update your registration page. You might want to once you figure out how to do that, though, because the registration page isn't very conversion optimized. It's very simple right there in your face. So there you go. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a comment. If you'd like me to go deeper, and what I mean by that is create a full-fledged funnel and full-fledged online course system, I have a video of how you can actually protect your YouTube videos to use those for your own premium courses. But the next step would be to create and set up Member-Press to work with Thrive Apprentice, and how to actually create those membership levels and the redirects and all the technical stuff in the back end to make a fully functioning online learning platform on Thrive themes with WordPress. If you'd like that, go ahead and leave a comment below. And I did promise you also a little sneak peek of what I heard that they're working on. And I hope I'm able to share this. I think I can. But I did find in the support forums that Thrive Apprentice is currently working with an integration with Sendowl, who is a payment processor, which allows you to do some upsells and downsells. And it's a pretty simple to use. We've used that in the beginning of our other online business. So if Thrive Apprentice is working in a close integration with them, it could be that we're not far off from being able to actually accept payments directly within the Thrive Apprentice dashboard. And if that's the case, that's a huge win, and one that's really going to catapult Thrive themes up in the hierarchy of page builders and other plugins in WordPress. So again, I'm John from IncomeMesh.com. I hope this was a helpful tutorial and video. If you like this, hit the subscribe and like button, and hit the little bell if you want to be notified when I come up with the next video. Sorry, I'm a little hoarse at this point, but I appreciate you guys. I'll come back with you in the next couple of days with more tutorials and great tips in WordPress success. Talk to you soon.